Hey guys, Crashies here from Team Envy's Valorant team, and today I'm going to be going over some post-plant protocols. Let's get started. So the first map I'm going to be going over is Icebox on the A site. So if the spike is going to be planted here, which is always going to be like the most optimal spot for the spike to be planted, as a Sova, you're going to want to come back here. Pretty easy lineup. You get right on this wall. You look right at this ceiling right here, at the corner of the ceiling. One charge, one bounce. It looks like that. And that'll land right there, right on the spike. So if you want, you could pair it with a recon dart. Same thing, you just don't add a bounce, and then you add a bounce with a shock. So the recon lands on the wall behind it, and then the shock lands on the spike. So you know if they're on it or not. And yeah, that's for the A site, pretty basic. Now let's head over to the B site. So now we're on the B site, and if the spike is usually planted default, which is around this area, you're gonna wanna come back here. You get right up along these little pipes, pull out your shock, and you look right up here, right at this black pipe all the way up in the sky. And it's 2 bar, no bounce, you let it go, and let's see where it lands. Should be right there on the default. So like I said, the same concept as the A site. If you want, you can pair it with a recon dart. You shoot the recon dart first, let it go a little bit, let it go, and then you shoot your shock. So the recon will land, it'll get a ping, 2 pings, and then the shock will come in. Because obviously the recon will be destroyed by then, because the team will be on the site, right? And if you want a double shock, you look at the same spot and just throw them both up in the air. I think that one missed, but you throw them up both in the air, and they will both land on the same spot. Nah, they both hit. Easy, just like that. And that is post-plant setups for Icebox. So guys, the next map that we're gonna be on is Haven. And let me take you guys over to the A bomb site. So this is the default plant spot for the spike, obviously. Most teams will plant here, some teams will plant over there, but mostly it'll be right here. So you plant right here. And as Sova, you're gonna run back long. You're gonna run all the way back here. And if you have a Cypher or a Killjoy holding flank, you're gonna wanna tell them to go to site, help your team, because now you're holding the flank, right? So you're gonna be sitting here, hold. And while they're running onto site, you hear them tap. You're gonna line up with this light bulb. You put your crosshair right next to it. And just one click, no charge, no nothing. It's gonna land right on default. And now you charge it with a recon dart. Charge it with 1 dart, 1 bar, let it bounce. It's gonna bounce off the heaven wall and onto the floor. And I'll show you guys the full sequence. So you do the recon dart with the shock dart, and they'll land both around the same time. So they'll have to get off the spike to shoot the recon or just tank the spike shock damage, which is really hard to deal with, especially if you do a double shock. You do 1, and then you just do 2, and that's free. So while your other shock is in the air, 1, 2. While this shock is in the air, you're gonna wanna run long, because obviously he's not gonna still be defusing after your second shock's in the air, right? So you run, and your gun out, and you're ready. And yeah, that's basically it for the A site. So B site, most teams plant here or in this little cubby. Then you're gonna wanna get out of the site, go back to window, hold the flank again. That's gonna be your job since you're playing the post plant. You're gonna always have to hold the flank and be wary of the flank. So check your C, check your A. And then you wanna go back here, get up on this little brick thing, 1 charge. You line it up with this little pillar and you put it right in the middle of this one, 1 charge, and you just click. It'll do 1 bounce and land right on default. So you could do a recon dart with this, same spot, you go right across, right in the middle. 1 bounce, no charge, it'll land right in sight. And then the full sequence looks like this. Line it up, recon, shock, other shock. While the other one's going, you run into window, and then you're peeking with it. And then easy, they're all dead. B, pretty self-explanatory. Now we're going to C. This would probably be the hardest bomb site to do post-plant just because there's so many plant spots. All right, so the first one, a lot of teams will plant back here. This is probably the safest. So we'll start with that one, and then you run all the way back long. You hold the flank like I've been saying, hold the flank. Then when they're on the site, this is gonna be smoke. Most likely this will be smoke, so you're gonna have to shock through the smoke, okay? So an easy way to shock through the smoke is pinging where the bomb is, so that'll be one. And then you add a recon dart. You wanna add it somewhere easy and high, right? So without peeking, without exposing your body, you'll shoot at the roof right there, and that'll scan everything on site. So again, I'll shoot it here. That scans everything running out, see? Everything. So your team will be getting spam kills while you're shocking. And if you ever want to do a little bounce on the roof, you could add 2 bounces. Look at the pillars again. Add 2 bounces. Messed up that one. We add 2 bounces, and it can go in this nice little cubby if someone's in that cubby hiding. And like I said, recon dart, roof, ping where the spike's planted, use 1, spam a little bit, make sure they're not on, and then use your other one. You can double bounce off the roof if someone's in that cubby, if you need to clear the cubby, but pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, that's about it for Haven. So the last map I'll be doing is Split, and this one is gonna be with Viper instead of Sova. So first, I'm gonna take you guys to the B site. So the most common plant spots at the B site, there's 2 of them. One is gonna be default, which is right here, as most of you will know. And the more complicated one is right here on the edge of these steps, which is right here. And then this is probably the best one if you wanna get off the site and play like B main or post plant, like I'll be showing you. So you'll plant here. And then you could use a Viper smoke to increase your damage mollies, or to increase the mollies damage. You could right click jump to get on this roof right here, or you could just throw it on the ground, it's up to you. If you throw it on this roof and right click, you could actually see their feet right here when they're trying to defuse, and you see their little body, which is actually really cool. But I'll just keep that there for now. You're gonna run back all the way, go behind this little dumpster, look all the way up, and then if you see the E, it'll be right here on this little pipe, right there. You'll shoot, you'll pop your smoke, same time, double damage right there. As you can see, it hits, and as you know, if you're in the Viper smoke, you take decay, which you'll just go vulnerable and take lots of damage. So like I said, you run all the way back, one more time. Look for the E on the pipe right here. Molly. You throw 2 of them, pop your Viper smoke, look something like this. Can't defuse. Look at that, just getting owned with damage. And yeah, that's the B site. So now let's go over to the A site. A site's a little more tricky. Not sure, you kind of have to make a little plan to get back to spawn, which is where you're gonna do it. But for this one, you're gonna plant right here for Heaven. And same thing that I was talking about over at the B site, you can use your Viper smoke and just place it here on top of the spike. Double damage, vulnerable, like I said, decay. So we'll leave it there, we'll run all the way back. You're gonna hop up on this little flower trash can thing with the flower in it. You're gonna look all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And you see this white building with these lights coming out. Throw it just like that. There we go, perfect hit, look at that. Then you pop your Viper smoke with it, double damage, and they have no chance. They will just die in this as soon as your mollies land. And that'll give you some time as well. So once your molly's in the air, one more time. Pop your Viper smoke. While they're in the air, you can run, try and cross, because it's planted for Heaven, remember. You don't have to fight them ramp. You can just go up to Heaven, put your smoke down, your mollies are still there, and then peek. And yeah, it's easy, simple as that. And yeah, that's gonna be it for Split. All right guys, that'll do it for the post-plant tips. I hope these tips were really helpful for you guys. Hopefully you can use them in your next rank game to help you rank up. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe for more Valorant content.